Joining us now, Senate Minority Whip, South Dakota Republican Senator John Thune. Senator, great to see you. Thanks for being here. We are awaiting Jen Psaki at the White House. Likely there will be more questions on what the White House sees happening next with this ongoing situation. Do you believe there is still a path through diplomacy to de-escalate?
I think it's in everybody's interest, Sandra, to find an off-ramp, if that's possible, that would de-escalate the situation, that would protect Ukraine's sovereignty. And I'm hopeful, at least, that there's still perhaps a path forward on that. I think it's hard to know exactly in any circumstance what a country like Russia or a leader like Putin is going to do. But I think that the fact that we are projecting a united front where it comes to NATO, that lethal aid continues to be delivered there, is providing the context, at least, for Putin to reconsider and rethink this. And I hope he's doing that. Obviously, again, it's in everybody's best interest if that happens.
General Keane seemed somewhat pleased just a moment ago that the president seems to be getting this right with his tone and messaging towards Russia in this moment. What did you make of what you just heard from President Biden, and is he getting this right, vowing to end Nord Stream 2 and very tough sanctions on Russia if they go in?
Well, I'm glad to hear him say things that he should have said a long time ago. The statements about Nord Stream 2 were statements he could have made, when they lifted the sanctions in the first place on the pipeline. And we had a vote on that here in the Senate a few weeks ago, where Senate Democrats could have joined Senate Republicans in, putting sanctions on the Putin pipeline. That vote failed, but at least now it seems he understands what's at stake here and is taking what I hope are the right steps that would deter bad behavior by the Russians. But a lot of it has to do with the pipeline, a lot of it has to do with Nord Stream 2 and the energy issues that would impact Russia's economy if they went in. And so he is saying the right things at the moment, and let's hope that it'll have the desired effect. I think the Russians initially, at least, saw an opportunity, particularly after what happened in Afghanistan, to really test the president, perceived him as somebody who wouldn't be up to taking on this task. But again, it's in our country's best interest, it's in the region's best interest, and frankly, for that matter, in the world's best interest, if this de-escalates and a path forward can be found that would actually avoid a Russian invasion.
All right, I want to just squeeze in a couple other topics here. As we await Jen Psaki, we will likely learn more from the White House in the next few minutes. We'll go there when she begins. But first, Senator, I want to ask you about a couple other things, including your op-ed, Unmask America's Children. Federal government should not be masking toddlers, you write. Explain your stance on where things stand on this, as there is still the great mask debate happening all over the country.
There is, Sandra, but what's interesting about this is you now see Democrat politicians going maskless around kids, and you saw a lot of prominent celebrities at the Super Bowl not wearing masks, and yet the Biden administration and blue states are now starting to withdraw their mask mandates. The one area that they haven't done that yet on is toddlers, and so we have literally Head Start schools, 1,600 of them around the country. The president is proposing a regulation that would require toddlers under the age of 5 to wear masks, and so I've got a piece of legislation that would prevent that from going into effect. We don't think that 2-year-olds ought to have to wear masks, particularly outside, and this would require that.
Yeah.